Many of you now should be aware that Jagex is starting to release rares into the game. The first item is the scythe, which I don't have and never will have. Just like Flax, you can pick it up off the ground, which means this shit is never going to be there. I would actually personally rather pick Flax now I'm getting 100 coins a time rather than search the entire fucking map. Well, one of the 100 locations, but whoop-de-doo, that certainly narrows it down, not all that for a useless scythe that'll just sit in me bank till the end of eternity. No thanks, Bob Mark. I'm a little bit annoyed they went with the backup plan, but what do we expect with a poll as stupid as this one? For example, question 10 here. Halloween mask drop from random Halloween themed monsters, skeletons or zombies. Can you imagine that? Oh, misclick. I didn't mean to do that. I mean to click on the zombie, but anyways, he died. Hold on a minute. I might do this more often. And trust me, they got worse than that. Question 16. Party had the chance to spawn in balloons dropped in the party room. There would have been bald heads like this having their own private parties, stocking up on the party hats. We can't have that happening. And the one that got me the most was question 1. Easter eggs. A rare chance that chickens will drop them when killed. Here's a bald head who's chopping logs for Dosh when he's on the homepage and he's reading what it says. It's an announcement from Bob Mark and he's saying that chickens now drop Easter eggs. As easy as that. But let's not dwell too much on that poll because none of that is going ahead, fortunately enough for us. But it was worth a mention because it was considered at one time. The problem I have and the reason for me making this is the backup plan that they're using right now to bring in rares to the game. And it has so many flaws, the whole system is it's horrendous. And it hit home today when I was in Varric and I seen these group of kids with about a combined total of a 200k bank holding a scythe walking around like, look at me, I'm Zazima, I finally got the rares. And I thought to myself, what are these? Are these just novelty items? They're so easily accessible to everyone. You YouTube it now. Nearly everyone's got one, okay? And next week when the new rare comes out, Penny Jenny with a 4k bank's just going to be like, same location again, alright, change a couple of worlds, ta-da, I've got myself a party at. And no, it should not work like that whatsoever. Every single server I've played, you know, we've all played the private server. I even owned one for a while as well. But rares have always been the top dog, you know, something we work towards. It shouldn't be that accessible to players. I did actually think that somewhat rares could bring life to the game and give, you know, a new goal to extremely rich players who may be like just, you know, maxed out almost now, PVM and getting Visage drops like no tomorrow. You know, this could be the next goal they work towards, and like on the EOC, sort of like a placeholder for having, you know, instead of having like 27 whips, what you go from now, you've only got, you know, third age, but it's great to have rares. And I think the way they're bringing them in now, they're just simply going to be novelty items. I mean, what use is a scythe to me? First of all, it's crap. Okay, second of all, it doesn't look that great either. It's untradeable. It's not going to hold any value anytime soon because you can't trade it. The only reason I could think of as to why I'd want to go on a hunt to find one is for self-achievement, to say, oh, when they were released, I went and found one and picked one up. But I'm past that. I'm not friggin' 12 years of age. And I don't care about these. Like, even events that used to take place on EOC, like Easter events and all that, I never did them, you know, for the costumes. I just never did them. It doesn't interest me whatsoever. Although it's not the case for everyone, I agree. Now, I'm not going to take full credit for this because I did discuss it with a friend who kind of suggested the idea, and I thought, you know, that is great. There's much less flaws than the current system. So, what is the most expensive item in game right now? Ask yourself that. It's third age, okay. Now, why is that the most expensive? Is because it's rare. It's hard to obtain. It's hard to get. So, you know, these rares, when people pick them up off the ground and the person next to them can do the same thing, they're not going to hold any value instantly. Maybe next week, but I did read, I haven't got the source, that apparently every single year or something on different events they will be putting them back into the game. So if you missed them, you'll be able to get them again, which, again, is outrageous. But what if they were to put rares in clue scrolls for an entire month and then just scrap it and just stop it there and say, never again will you see rares in the game? That was your chance, you've had it. I just think it sparks so much motivation into so many people. Get the game back roaring again. People like, oh, I need to go out and get these rares. It'll also give them an immediate value as soon as you get them from the clue scroll. Just like third age, if you get that, it's got an immediate value, it will be set, whereas now there is no immediate value. I just think there's so many pluses to this. The downside is that people who are skillers and pures are going to be like, oh, you know, I can't do that. And I understand, but I'm sorry, there's got to be a give or take where you say, you know, if I was a pure, I'd definitely train another account up. Now, it's far too late for the change, and I think the direction it's going in, it will just remain the same as it's going. I'm trying to make this more of like a discussion. Even if I would have thought about a really good idea a month ago and properly planned it out, I've not got enough power to actually make a change. And also, even with army of supporters, they wouldn't listen anyway. So we've just got to kind of play the game as it's going. I'm just sharing my views, and maybe you have the same. Maybe you like the idea that I thought about, or maybe you're having fun. Maybe you're having fun chasing around after your cipher. By all means, keep doing that. But I'm just letting you know, guys, what I think about this whole rare situation, because everyone's talking about it at the moment. So yeah, guys, hope everyone is well. Let me know your thoughts. I'm interested to hear some comments. I'll reply to them. And I'll see you guys soon. Also, you can like the video if you think any of this made a bit of sense. Then you can like the video. Other than that, see you guys soon.